of you have ever heard of The Cat in the Hat? Green Eggs and Ham? What about The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? That's most of us. Many of us grew up reading these books and watching these movies. Thomas Gazelle Seuss is a world-renowned children's author who's known for his illustrations and children's books. He was known for his determination and imagination, and I try to channel these characteristics in everything I do. While he was unconventional for his time and his work was often rejected, he persisted and achieved ultimate success in the world of children's literature. Likewise, I've tried out many things in my life, including trying out for the high school newspaper and track team, and I've failed many times, but persisted and achieved my goals. I try to think outside the box and not restrict myself to social expectations, much like Seuss did when he was alive. He inspired me through his life and work. He embodied a kind of creativity and imagination that cultivated entire generations of children through adulthood. He overcame numerous rejections and failures before becoming one of the most recognizable children's authors in the world. And while he's well appreciated and famous today, his beginnings as an author were marked by failure and disappointment. In his biography, The Life and Times of Dr. Seuss, it stated that he was kicked off of the Dartmouth University humor magazine, The Jack-o'-lantern, for throwing a party that was against school rules. But he continued to submit his work under an anonymous pen name, Dr. Seuss. He went on to work at the professional humor magazine called Boys and Beasties in New York. He faced a lot of political adversity for his satire and unconventional artwork, and was poorly compensated for his work. In fact, according to NPR Books, his first book, The House on Mulberry Street, that launched him into fame and success, was rejected 27 times before being printed by Vanguard Press. Currently, he's sold close to 70 million hardcover books, beating out the next best-selling author, J.K. Rowling, by more than double. Despite his initial struggles, Seuss worked hard to get published and achieve literary success. His unwavering persistence, creativity, as well as perseverance and tenacity inspire me to pursue my goals. Seuss's own trials and tribulations inspire me to keep working hard at my ambitions. For example, in high school, I was a short distance runner on my track team for 3 years. I was really bad at doing short distance hurdles. I used to knock them over everywhere. But through extra practice and time with my coach, I managed to place third my senior year at our Santa Clara conference. Additionally, like Seuss, I'm not afraid to work my way up from the bottom. At my high school newspaper, I started out as a staff writer, became an apprentice, and then the humor editor my senior year. Additionally, he inspired me with his ambitiousness. My professional aims are to use my written humor talents to become a writer at companies like The Onion, BuzzFeed, or even The New Yorker. Ultimately, Seuss inspires me to be positive and confident in my endeavors and creativity. His outlandish characters, illustrations, and writing influenced millions of people throughout the world. His life and work inspires me to be imaginative and ambitious. But after multiple trials and errors, his work amassed fame and fortune. He inspires me to be outgoing and hardworking, and never settle for less. That way, like him, I can achieve long-lived success and fame and fortune, which are my two biggest goals. Thank you.